Hi, welcome to Oxidative Phosphorylation 101. Today I will be covering where oxidative phosphorylation occurs, what happens in it, and the products of it. So to get a better idea of what oxidative phosphorylation is, we need to first know of what process it is in. So oxidative phosphorylation is one of the three processes in cellular respiration. And cellular respiration is one of the main processes of where ATP is produced. So, without cellular respiration, almost or basically no ATP will be produced, and that will basically not allow a person to survive because ATP is energy. So, in cellular respiration, there are three processes, and these three processes are glycolysis, the Krebs cycle or the citric acid cycle, and oxidative phosphorylation. In glycolysis, there are NADH electron carrier molecules and two ATP molecules that are produced. In the Krebs cycle, NADH and FADH2 molecules are produced and two ATP. In oxidative phosphorylation, 34 ATP is produced and H2O. Now, to get a better idea of where oxidative phosphorylation occurs, here's a drawing of the mitochondria. And although it's not a good drawing, it'll help my point. So, in the mitochondria, there are cristae. And what these cristae are folds in the mitochondria that will help increase the surface area, therefore allowing more sites of oxidative phosphorylation to occur. So if you look at these boxes, every single box is a site of oxidative phosphorylation. And what this allows is that in every fold of the cristae, or in every fold of the mitochondria, there will be a site of oxidative phosphorylation that occurs. And this allows for there to be thousands and thousands of processes of oxidative phosphorylation all going on at the same time. And what this does is it will be very effective because each process will not have to go one after the other. They can all just go on at the same time. So, in oxidative phosphorylation, it has two processes, and these two processes are called the electron transport chain and chemiosmosis. Now, in the electron transport chain, the NADH and FADH2 electron carrier molecules start basically the whole process. These NADH and FADH2 molecules will drop off electrons and will basically just turn into NAD plus and FAD. The important thing of NADH and FADH2 is really just to carry electrons and just drop it off at the electron transport chain. Now these electrons, if you follow the gold arrow, will go through the electron transport chain and through the different protein complexes, which are the purple objects. The electrons will flow through and will release energy. And this energy that is released will help the protein complexes to get the different hydrogen molecules and help push it across the membrane and will allow the hydrogen to end up at the top, which therefore creates a hydrogen gradient. Now, the electrons that flow through the electron transport chain will end up next to or where an oxygen molecule is located. And this oxygen molecule is also called the final electron acceptor because the oxygen molecule will take the electrons and take in hydrogen molecules that is floating around and will create H2O. What this does is it will help and take away all the electrons that are left over and will use them to make H2O. So going back to the hydrogen gradient, all these hydrogens will basically have potential energy. And what this potential energy does is with after so much hydrogen is built up there, the potential energy will be built up like a dam and there will be so much pressure. And the only way for the hydrogens to go across will be through this complex called the ATP synthase complex. And this is where chemiosmosis occurs or happens. So the hydrogen molecules will flow through the ATP synthase complex and it will spin the complex. And this spinning will create catalytic sites that will make or take the ADP and phosphate group and help make or turn into ATP. So that's basically the process of oxidative phosphorylation. And if you guys ever need more help, feel free to comment down below. So lastly, the reason why oxidative phosphorylation is called oxidative phosphorylation is because it is an aerobic process and it involves a reduction in electrons. And also it's confusing. Oxidation equals the reduction or loss of electrons, and reduction involves the gain of electrons. So this is basically a redox reaction. And that's really it. Like, this is really just extra information, but it's always good to know on hand. So yeah, that's all. If you guys ever need more help, feel free to comment down below. And if you need help with other processes like RNA synthesis or DNA replication or mutations, just comment. And yeah, I'll reply as soon as possible. And that's all. Thank you.